Okay, it's that time. We're going to find out who has gone to the top of the album chart with the Brangelina of Radio 1. Hello, men.
Hi, Jamila.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. Do you like our hats?
Where are your hats? Yes, well, what are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Today, we are doing a Winter Olympics special because I feel like the Winter Olympics is being underappreciated for several brilliant aspects of it. So we're wearing appropriate clothing is what this is, Jamila.
I think you're using the word appropriate rather loosely by the look of you, my
People
love.
not wear chicken-themed hats when they go skiing?
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh.
It's a shame.
Tricked.
It's a shame.
At
Maybe
least we got
something.
the glasses right.
Yeah.
Almost, like a 2 out of 10 then. Anyway.
How have you been?
Good. We've been inventing our own Winter Olympic sports.
Like...
I was thinking armoured polar bear jousting.
But I felt like we've been over this, like, animal rights groups wouldn't allow you to do that.
Yeah, but we're also doing one in Dan versus Phil, which is a mystery, so you're going to have to tune in to find out what that is.
So what else is happening on your show today?
Well, we're going to be getting people to invent their own Winter Olympic sports in our topic of conversation, because I was thinking that there's, not enough compared to the usual Summer Olympics, so I think we need to fill out the spaces a bit with things kind of like, what was my one? Freezer drawer restacking. You know how it's really hard to put something back in a freezer after you accidentally pull the drawer out? Maybe you could just do that and see who can do it the fastest.
Yeah.
For example.
Accelerating.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, how
Better
can
than
people get in touch on your show?
Well, you can call us on 03700 100 100, text us on 81199, or go on the internet and tweet us at BBCR1 or leave a request on the Radio 1 Facebook page.
Okay, I just can't look at you anymore because you both look so weird right now. I'm just going to go straight to the album chart. Take it away, boys.
BBC Radio 1.
The home of the official album chart. This week's top 5 albums.
5.
Down 3, it is Avicii with True. True fact, did you know Avicii is not actually his real name, and much like Superman, it is merely a pseudonym for his much less interesting real name, which is Tim Bergling. Wow. This is the album that had the song Wake Me Up on it. You know that one.
4.
Up 1, it's Beyonce with Beyonce, a decathlon of weeks on the official album chart. That's 10. Beyonce's still in the top 5 with a self-titled visual album. Dan was very excited this morning because Kanye West has done a remix of Drunk in Love. You can find out all about it on Beyonce's Instagram, and she's making a video for it.
Surfboard.
3.
Up 1, it is London Grammar with If You Wait. This is the debut album from London Grammar that originally went to number 2 in September last year. They are nominated for the Brit Award for British Breakthrough at this year's Brits. All of the nominees, including Disclosure, Tom Adele, Laura Mvula and Bastille, were in the live lounge last week, so check it out if you like those bands.
2.
Up 1, it's Ellie Goulding with Halcyon. Ellie rocked up on stage with Taylor Swift in London this week to perform her former #1 single, Burn. Also, Ellie's been nominated for 3 Brit Awards, Best British Female and 2 nods for Best British Single. The awards takes place on Wednesday, and hopefully Ellie's mantelpiece will collapse
In a good way.
because of the awards. That made sense, right?
Yeah, I did.
1.
And at number 1 on the official UK albums chart, it is Katy B with Little Red. This is Katy B's second full-length album, which includes the singles 5am and Crying for No Reason, and is her first ever UK number 1. She was live on the chart a few weeks ago talking about that she was looking for a Valentine's date, but who cares, because she's got a number 1 album. Yeah.
Go, Katy B.
Congrats.
Can you believe she didn't have a Valentine?
No, I'd have been a Valentine in a second.
I think most people would if they were asked.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend and I still would have been her Valentine, happily. Apparently she kind of got hit on and slightly asked out by her local fruit seller. And
Nice.
she considered it because apparently he had very nice mangoes. No
really?
innuendo.
I bet
yeah,
he
but
does,
she
yeah.
she decided to decline. So hopefully she did something nice. Katie, if you're listening now, can you please text in me and Dan and Phil and let us know what exactly you did last Friday? All right, gentlemen, I'm going to let you go and prepare for your show. I mean,
It's going to be magical like always.
I mean,
love it, Jamila.
the goggles are a lot.
They are a lot.
They're really
I can't
big
even see. I'm surprised I could read the album chart.
Okay, well, look, I'll let you go practice, get ready for your polar bear
Okay, bye, Jamila.
thingy. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, God.
Kesha, TikTok, and before that, Vance Joy, and you are now listening to Dan and Phil.
BBC
Radio
1.
Right, everybody, it is Dan and Phil here on Radio 1 from now until 9 p.m, and this is the show that is controlled by the audience. We play whatever music you tell us to play, we take your calls, we read your tweets. It is all about you for the next 2 hours, and this Sunday is going to be a bit of a Winter Olympics special edition, which is why, for anybody watching online, we are wearing ridiculous ski masks.
We're actually in a ski chalet that has been completely recreated to look like our studio, but we're on the bottom of a mountain.
That's not true. Okay, but yeah, it is all about you guys from now on, so don't just sit back and relax act like you would with a normal radio show. Get out your phone and get involved. But Phil, how can they do that?
Well done. You can tweet us at BBCR1, lurk on the Radio 1 Facebook page, text us on 81199, or give us a call on 03700 100 100.
But remember that this isn't just a radio show, as if you go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 right now, you can watch the whole show, where you can see us, tonight's Dan versus Phil challenge, but most importantly, the biggest thing about our show, which is the homemade music videos, as people don't just call in or text in to request songs, but people make music videos to their favourite songs and then send them in to us, and we play them as videos and songs on Radio 1.
And now is a very funny example of that. It's an accurately recreated video thanks to Olivia, Delio, John and Gillian. Here is Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous by Good Charlotte. So get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 to watch this, and here we go. Brilliant song, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous by Good Charlotte. Now let's put the skis on.
Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So Dan, you've spent 99% of your week watching the Winter Olympics.
I have, yeah. There is a fantastic BBC website where all of the Winter Olympics coverage is neatly packaged in tiny videos for people with short attention spans, so I've spent a lot of time there, yeah. I feel like it's really underappreciated. You know, I mean, I understand that the actual Olympics happened in London, which was why it was a big deal. But, you know, generally when there's the actual Olympics, it's like everyone's talking about it. But when there's Winter Olympics, it's like half the country doesn't care. And I feel like that's wrong because it's really exciting and fantastic. So I want this whole thing to be about raising awareness for how awesome it is, basically.
Let's do it. I've only half glanced at some snowboarding, so I'm as much in the dark as anyone else.
But
really.
the snowboarding is very exciting.
So
in fact, I think it's my favourite. There is something that I want to mention,
okay,
which is the difference in tone with the different commentators in the Winter Olympics, which is one of my absolute favourite reasons for it, okay? So, you know how the typical, kind of like BBC sports commentator is kind of very well educated and, formal speaking and things like that? Well, here is an example of the curling commentary when Norway won the gold. Okay.
So Ulsrud, to improve Norway's position in the standings, to...
This isn't that interesting, Dan.
Three losses.
Don't be rude.
To inflict another defeat on Great Britain here, just needs to come in here and not roll out.
See, they're doing the job.
Okay,
they are
doing the job.
Professionals.
Very smooth.
Tap it back. So, Ulsrud,
so you get the idea, that's curling, right? But this is the official BBC commentary for when Jenny Jones became the first ever Team GB person to win a medal on the snow for the snowboarding, okay? Just listen to this.
Come on, Jones, let's see it. One. Oh, she went for the 7.
Oh, she's
solid!
Solid!
Well, we talk about the judges looking for execution and looking for... What is it?
And she's into first place!
Jenny Jones!
Wow, this is the BBC commentary.
87 points!
Oh, the Jones!
Right now,
oh my God.
Jenny Jones, as of the second round, is in gold medal.
I can't even.
This is so intense.
Literal screaming. Okay, there you go. That is a good example of what you are currently missing out on if you have been not checking out the Winter Olympics stuff. So there we go.
There's only like 6 sports, though. I feel like there should be more sports.
There should be more sports, which is something we were discussing earlier. And I thought that today, what we could all talk about, for not necessarily tonight's rehab topic, but just a creative opportunity for us all to get together and have some lulls, is to invent some new Winter Olympic sports. Okay,
Let's do this.
So there's not nearly as many as there are in the Summer Olympics, but I think if we all get creative and just think of some cold activities that could easily become Olympic sports. For example, Olympic freezer drawer stacking. You know when you're getting something out of the freezer and then you accidentally drop it on the floor and then you try to put the drawer back in?
It's impossible.
It's impossible. Exactly. Olympic sport.
So what hashtag
Boom,
are we
I'd
going
watch
to use?
that. That's better than curling. So I was thinking, just quite basically, hashtag new Winter Olympic sport, okay? Brilliant. So if you have a little think about something cold that you think would definitely make an excellent spectator sport, or maybe something that you think you would personally be awesome at participating in, then tweet the idea for your new Winter Olympic sport with hashtag new Winter Olympic sport, and then we will be reading those out after this next song.
I've got a brilliant one. I will tell you after Two Door Cinema Club, Sun, requested by Sarah and Georgia on text.
Oh, shit.
popular at school? Keep getting dumped? Does your wardrobe look like you've raided a charity shop with a blindfold on? Fear not, because BBC Radio 1's Headcam Day is coming. Next Friday, improve life as you know it by watching our live video stream all day. See what life is really like behind the scenes of Radio 1.
Just like being in the middle of the action.
Headcam Day, next Friday on BBC Radio 1.
It's basically a builder's helmet with a tripod stuck on the front.
You don't know why you're going to watch, but you are.
So we've been thinking about what could be the next great Olympic sport, the Winter Olympic sport, that is. My idea was...
What, Phil?
Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready for your new Winter Olympic sport idea. I am the IRC. Pitch it.
Do you know, like, crufts with dogs? Penguins.
You are aware that... Okay, what about penguins, Phil?
Train the penguins.
Yeah?
Take them around a course so you can have the best penguin dance-off.
Just penguin crufts.
Yeah.
The nature of the Olympics is that it usually revolves around humans, though, which is why crufts isn't part of the Olympics, because I'm sure everyone would love, like, cat flips to be part of it, but it's not, unfortunately.
Well, if I was the king of the Olympics, I'd make that a sport.
So when you become king of the Olympics committee, you can start to bring in other species of animals. But now going to Twitter, here are some of the things that you guys have already suggested.
Christy said ice lolly juggling. I'm sure everyone would love that. And if you win, you get a medal, and if you don't, you get a lolly.
Oh, that is so diplomatic.
Yeah.
People get nothing but shame if they don't win a gold medal in these actual Olympics. So, yeah.
Olympics could be descended on by seagulls, though, in that event, and that would be...
That would be very traumatizing. Or entertaining to watch. Okay, what else?
Karina said snowball tag. Basically, there's two teams, and there is one tagged person. They have to get someone on the other. That's such a good idea.
This is the argument that dodgeball should already be an Olympic sport, shouldn't it? To be honest, I mean, we all know how many people would love that. So snowballing is the exact same thing. You know what I mean?
I would watch that so hard. And
okay.
Jofi said, which mum can defrost the freezer the fastest? Or dad?
Yeah, that would be riveting. I'd love to see that. And then finally, we've got on here from Emily, who just said, twerking on ice.
That's just
there we go. So it's the new figure skating. It's figure skating for our generation.
It's a whole new level of danger.
Because you see figure skating, and I don't identify with those beautiful people. Whereas if we turn on the camera and saw people twerking in an ice rink, I'd go, yes, that's something I can really understand.
Just imagine your butt shaking so much, you'd just reverse into the side of the ice rink in the end. Maybe there could be a frozen waterfall, and that's the danger.
Okay, Phil, you're thinking about this too much, but I'm really glad that you like twerking on ice so much. That is a good start. So thank you to all those people. And if you have an idea for something cold that could be the new Winter Olympic sport, then just tweet it with hashtag new Winter Olympic sport.
Now we have another video for you featuring a lot of dancing socks and lava lamps. Gemma Scott has requested a song making a video, of course. Here is Fall Out Boy, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. Fall Out Boy, thanks to Gemma, we now know what you do in the dark. Stare intensely at a lava lamp.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So I think this is probably one of the best hashtags we've had in like a billion years, as every single thing is hilarious.
So
we've got one here from Alice, who says that a new Winter Olympic sport should be eating ice cream without getting brain freeze. What a simple but brilliant idea. Can you imagine just seeing people from different countries lined up, and it's like, is China going to go for like 3 scoops or something, and then seeing them just go...
Just an intense close-up camera as well.
The pain would be real. It's like the new World's Strongest Man, but like an ice cream version.
Yeah. And Sarah said, who can scrape ice off their cars the fastest?
I feel like most of Britain would be really good at that. Although then there's always that guy who you see driving down the motorway that has just like shimmied out an eye block. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, that's really dangerous. Don't do that.
Do not do that. Millie!
Hello.
Have you got a Winter Olympic sport for us?
Yes, I think that something very entertaining and funny that would be very fun to comment on would be Twister on the ice. That would be pretty fun.
Twister on the ice, that'd be very slippery.
That sounds very, very dangerous. I mean, I think that it has to have a lot of danger if it's a Winter Olympic sport, though, doesn't it? I mean, if we're talking ski jumping and skeleton, I think that Twister on ice is possibly more dangerous than skeleton.
Next to a frozen waterfall.
Possibly.
Stop with the frozen waterfall.
So, if you could play Twister on the ice with any pop star, who would it be?
Ooh, Brendan Urie.
Brendan Urie.
Pretty cool.
Good choice.
I think a popular choice.
He's very flexible, so you might lose.
Oh, yes. That would be embarrassing.
So what song would you like to listen to tonight, Millie?
Can I have 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, please?
Of course you can. Any dedications?
Amy Adams and Lucy McMahon.
Of course. This goes out to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Millie.
Bye.
Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles on Radio 1. Possibly one of the greatest songs of all time, I'd go ahead and say. Thank you for requesting that, Millie.
Now, broadcast on the internet to anyone with the internet. Hello, Antarctica, if you're listening. I hope you're enjoying the show. It is time to shuffle some papers with intent, as this is the internet news.
This is the Internet News.
Internet News.
It is not many schools that can claim to have a YouTube video that has over 4 million views, but that is exactly what's happened to Durham Academy School in North Carolina, because when they had a snow day and school was cancelled, they decided to announce it by their principal rapping over Vanilla Ice's classic Ice Ice Baby. Okay, this is truly incredible. So whilst you're listening to this, I just want you to picture this coming out of your favourite teacher's mouth. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back and the roads will glisten.
Oh, no.
The vortex has a hold of us tightly. Wind like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Oh.
Stop. No, I don't know.
He's rocking those goggles better than us, man.
Sleep falling down like a million missiles, bringing school delays and early dismissal.
Groceries,
oh, yeah.
My batteries before conditions become deadly. Slippery roads might be, so stay in your house and drink hot tea.
Don't worry, kids, the learning's not lost. We have Evernote, Moodle, and Veracross. If there's a problem, Great Vision will solve it. Check out a book while the ice dissolves it.
I can't understand.
No school this.
Oh, God.
No school this.
Is it cringy or amazing?
It's definitely amazing.
That is...
No school this.
Wow, so thank you very much for that existing. That's just absolutely incredible.
Internet news. A 10-year-old boy from Norway who drove his parents' car claimed he was a dwarf who'd forgotten his driving license when the police found him and the car on the road in a snowy ditch. He'd driven for more than 10 kilometres to try and visit his grandparents before he veered off the road. Thankfully, he's safe and no one was harmed, and the police didn't buy it at all because
do you not
he looked
think
like
the
a 10-year-old
police
boy.
bought it?
No.
I'm actually a dwarf that doesn't have my license. And just staring at a 10-year-old boy. That is incredible, though.
Internet news.
And you may or may not know this fact, but Miley Cyrus's dad is actually famous for being something other than Miley Cyrus's dad, as he was actually a big country star back in the day, and he has recently released a new version of his old classic from 1992, Achy Breaky Heart. For anybody that hasn't heard Achy Breaky Heart before, here is a clip of what it sounds like, which I can see.
Are we just going to go straight to the DVD?
No, it is
Achy breaky heart. I can sing it. Don't get my heart, my achy breaky heart. There's something all the time. Save the day.
That is why I wanted to play the clip. Yeah, that was offensive.
Can we just play the video of what it actually sounds like?
Getting on to the point, he released a version. It's a trap song with a rapper called Buck22, and it's amazing, and it's got over 6.2 million views on YouTube. I will let you guys decide whether this is a joke or not, but this is a rap remix of his old school hit, Achy Breaky Heart 2.
I happened to meet up with Billy Cyrus. It happened because I ran me along and broke the side.
Wait.
It happened because I'm sipping on that good Kentucky whiskey. It happened because I'd rather be lucky than good. Don't tell
Wow. Is this real?
Yeah.
Is this happening?
Baby, don't you say a thing. Do just what you do. Got me stuck on you like liquor. I swear you're 100 proof.
Okay, so that's the thing that exists, but I just want to say, everyone on YouTube seems to hate it. They're like, wow, oh man, you've sold out, what have you happened? Surely that's a joke.
He's clearly joking.
I mean, I actually think that's a pretty good song, and I'm going to download that when I get home, but surely that's a joke.
It's got to be a joke.
Come on, internet.
That was the Internet News.
The Internet News.
Now we have some Bastille for you, creatively inspired by Millie, featuring a kind of glow-in-the-dark things and our first ever Flappy Bird cameo. Here's Icarus.
BBC
Radio. This is BBC Radio 1.
One.
Okay, so now getting back to our topic of discussion for today is that we feel like the Winter Olympics is lacking in the level of sports that is being provided. So we want you guys to invent some new ones. We've taken to Twitter and we've got one here from Simone who said, playing Chubby Bunny with ice cubes. Again, pain.
That would hurt your cheeks.
I have sensitive teeth, so just the thought of doing that is making me want to cry internally.
Definitely don't do that. Harriet said, see how many ice cubes you can put down your underwear. Now, Dan, I know you've done that before on the internet at some point.
I have, yeah. I don't recommend it. Ouch. I don't think that should be an Olympic sport. No, I had to recover from that for quite a while.
It'd be very entertaining to watch, though. And Sky said, licking a pole and whoever gets their tongue unstuck first wins. That's like a scene in Dumb and Dumber. That would be horrifically painful.
We don't recommend any of these things, do we? But they would be very competitive and funny to watch, so good.
Emily's got one even better. Emily, what's your Winter Olympic sport?
Internet surfing.
Internet surfing. That's just what you want to do all the time, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you picture this? Just kind of like an Olympic stadium and then someone sat in the middle just on a laptop?
How is that wintry?
What's the competition? Is it just how long they can do it for before they die, or like what?
Yeah, basically. And they would be in like an igloo.
Oh, so it's like endurance. How long can you stay on the internet before your fingers freeze off or something? Also, you could like put a polar bear in there somewhere, frozen waterfall. No?
But you'd be surviving off your laptop warmth, though, so this does kind of work, I feel.
Very true. So as we all sketch that in our minds, what song would you like to hear?
Could I have Paramore Spill Into You, please?
You can. Hayley Williams would be proud. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you.
at BBC Radio 1 and 1 Extra, we're all about the latest modern trends.
The old versus the new.
We've discovered something quite marvellous, which we think will enhance your enjoyment of everything we do.
This is getting real interesting.
It's called the Internet.
Very good.
Not only does it let you listen to us on your mobile phone handset device at any time of day, but we also use it to show you videos we've made.
Big as life pictures in glorious color.
Yes, the future is here today.
I see what you mean.
Watch eye-catching musical performances and our funniest moments anytime.
That's a good idea.
Video online, made by BBC Radio 1 and 1 Extra.
Well, I must say, that's great.
Katy Perry is a dark horse, and that's also what the song is called, Dark Horse.
All right, I'm guessing that's probably why it's called that, or maybe someone else's, but yep.
Who knows? So I've been learning some I've been learning some skiing slang from my hairdresser, Fabrice.
What? Yeah. I don't think I'll ever be over the fact that your hairdresser's called Fabrice.
He is called
Amazing
Fabrice.
name. Why has he been talking to you about skiing?
Because it's awkward when you're having a haircut and then you just get onto weird topics like skiing. Anyway, he told me that the après ski is the best part of skiing when you have a big party at the end of the day at the bottom of the mountain.
Après ski.
Yeah.
There we go. It's like Sesame Street with
He
Phil.
also told me that while you're skiing, you can get
Yes.
freaked out because you see the reflection of your eyes in the goggles and it looks like a giant demon watching you. And if that happens when you're going really fast, it can make you fall over. And I just noticed it then when I was doing a link.
Wow.
You can see your eyes.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't wear the ski goggles because you don't need them for any kind of reason when you're doing a radio show.
Do you know, there's nothing scarier than seeing your own eye up close looking back at you.
I'm sure there's some things that are scarier than seeing a reflection of your face. Like, is that everyone you know dying or something?
You haven't seen it yet, Dan.
Okay.
You haven't seen it. So there you go. Après ski is the thing that we should do when we go to our lodge.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't think I'd ever really go skiing or anything like that because I'd just be like a deer on the ice. I'm so clumsy. And I should probably stop talking about skiing now. Now, thank you to Georgia for sending in this video. Here is the script before the worst. The script before the worst.
This is BBC
Radio 1.
So this weekend, we gave away a ticket. No, we didn't. What?
Phil, are you okay?
I'm so confused. I'm reading something about the Brit Awards.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, you do it.
This weekend, we, and by we I mean Radio 1, have been totally generous by giving away tickets to the Brit Awards in every daytime show. Wow, that's really cool. But if you weren't listening for any reason, bad you, and you missed the chance to win, then do not worry, as there are a final pair of tickets to give away. So, if you listen to the Radio 1 Breakfast Show with Nick Grimshaw tomorrow morning from 6:30 a.m, you can find out how you could win tickets to the Brit Awards on Wednesday night at the O2 Arena in London.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. We're going. Probably won't see us, though. We'll be crying in the corner trying to find Beyonce.
You might see us. Phoebe. Hello,
Hi.
Phoebe. Hi. I was worried you weren't there, but you're here. So do you have a Winter Olympic sport for us?
Keeps breaking up. Hi.
You're freaking out. Don't freak out.
No, she keeps breaking up.
Oh.
She's freaking out.
Are you okay?
I am. I'm shaking. Hi.
Right.
Don't shake. Are you okay?
So what Winter Olympic sport do you have for us?
I have TV marathoning.
That wouldn't be the most interesting thing to watch. If you're like watching someone
Hey, well,
watch
you
TV.
said that goggle box is a hit, and that's
True.
essentially just what you described, but cold. So maybe just cold goggle box is an Olympic sport.
Well, if you get cold in winter, you could just watch your favourite TV show.
True.
What to do.
Or you could strap a TV to a sledge, watch that while going down the side of a mountain.
That too.
That would be more exciting.
Really created new sport other than just putting a TV on a sledge with it, which would just not help Phil.
We'll develop it during your request. What would you like to hear?
Could I hear Wild Heart by the Vamps, please?
Yes, you can. Any dedications today?
Georgia and Lauren, Brooke Potter and Harry Nicholson.
This goes out to your friends.
Thank you.
champs. Wild Heart.
Dan versus Phil.
Oh yes, it is time to discuss tonight's Dan versus Phil challenge, which in a Wintery Olympics show is obviously going to be so totally amazing. If you don't know what that is, it's where about 8 o'clock in every show we do some kind of strange challenge live on camera, which results in lots of really horribly unflattering pictures of us on the internet forever. And Phil, what is it going to be this week?
I'll be honest, it was a bit of a stretch trying to think of a Winter Olympic sport to do it in this small confines of a studio.
We were told that health and safety would be a really big issue with most of our ideas that we had this week.
Yeah, so we've come up with snowball delivery. We're going to have to
That's not the most exciting name for...
Oh, no, it's exciting.
Okay.
We're going to be in full ski gear to start with. Then we're going to have a snowball between our legs, and then we're going to have to try and hop along, keeping it between our legs, and then deliver it like a child being born into a bucket.
Okay, that was a strange choice of words, but yeah, I have a great mental image of what you're about to see on camera then.
Yes.
That's snowball delivery.
Yeah.
And that is the only idea that we could get past the health and safety, is it? Fantastic. Right, so if you want to see this happening live on camera, it will be going down in about 4 minutes after this next song, so go to bbc.co.uk/Radio1 right now if you want to watch this and the rest of our show. But now, Phil, what is our next video created by a viewer?
It's actually really pleasant. If you're suffering from any winter blues, then this is the video for you. Get on the website, get some sun in your eyes from Abby and Megan, who filmed this video on a farm, including a swing in slow motion. It's kind of epic. Bruno Mars, Count on Me. Thank you to Julia for that wonderful video.
Okay, and now it is time to put a snowball between our legs and deliver it into a bucket as if we were giving birth. Yep, Phil?
I wonder how many people have said that sentence today.
Okay, well, I feel totally physically ready to do that. It's time for Dan versus Phil, and for the listeners, a bit of Macklemore.
One.
BBC.
BBC.
Radio.
One.
Dan versus Phil.
is BBC Radio 1.
Round 2. Get over here! Fight!
That was Fox's Youth. Okay, so Phil, if the snowball delivery was to become a Winter Olympic sport, how do you think you would do at it?
I think I'd fare pretty well, you know.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know what just happened, we basically had to put a ball in between our knees and then try to hop across the room and deposit the ball that was in between our knees into a bucket.
It's an acquired
It's
skill.
impossible. It's possibly one of the most painful things I've ever experienced, because having a hard ball in between your knees is like, ow, and then the hopping, and then the dropping in the bucket. It was stupid and I hated it.
It's all about thigh power.
Yep, you have more thigh power than me, I guess, if that's what it's about. Right, so I'm just going to catch my breath for about 20 years and pretend that didn't happen. We're going to have a cooler reveal the very, very dramatic result of that Dan vs. Phil next. But now, here is a video to Lord Royals.
I've never seen a diamond.
BBC Radio 1. Dan and Phil.
That was Lord with Royals, and now it is time to find out who the winner was in Dan vs. Phil in our Snowball Delivering Challenge.
The tension is unbearable.
It's totally unbearable, and the results are just so, yeah.
Abigail has been waiting her entire life for this moment. How are you feeling, Abigail?
I'm very scared.
Very scared. Are you going to say the right thing? Is the drum roll going to arrive? Who knows what's going to happen? How have you been preparing? Breath exercises, maybe?
I have been doing press-ups.
Press-ups.
Wow. I can't even do a press-up, so I'm really impressed by that.
I can do a quarter of one. Abigail, are you ready to announce the winner of Dan versus Phil?
Yes. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Yes.
The drum roll is here.
And the winner of Dan and Phil is... Phil!
Yay! We've actually got medals. Can you put the medal on me and hold the banner?
Do we really have to do this?
Yeah, do it. Present it to me.
There is your gold medal, Phil. There we go. I'll just do that like
it's
that.
got
And
on my head.
here is my number 2 because I suck. There we go. So I was about as successful at snowball delivery as I was as the Jamaican bobsleigh team were in their first heat. 28th, actually no 30th after Slovenia went. So sad times, but I'm sure they appreciated all the dough coins. Anyway, how do you feel, Phil?
I feel like I could do that in the Olympics next year.
Do you feel like it should be a Winter Olympic sport?
Or in 2 years. When is it? 4 years?
4, yep, that's how...
I know everything about the Olympics. I will be there putting a glowing ball between my legs.
Great. Code
line is here now. Abigail, did you want to request code line? I forgot you were here, Abigail.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Do you want to say it in your best Radio 1 voice?
Here's code line, one day.
That was beautiful. Do you want to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to all my friends on Twitter, please?
This goes out to all Abigail's friends on Twitter. How many followers do you have?
1,000 and something.
Wow!
That's insane. You have deserved this song. You've made me proud.
This is BBC
Radio 1.
Incredible video alert, everyone. Get ready for this. Get on the website, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
Boom, boom, boom.
Max has sent us his A2 media coursework, and I would give him an A double star.
I feel like describing things as he's sent us his coursework. No, it's never an exciting description. It's good because it's a music video.
Such a good music video, and it's all about saving the girl. How does he save her? Who is the girl? Why is there a skull in his bedroom? Find out the answers to all these questions on the website now. And for everyone listening as well, here is Cave Painting with So Calm.
That was Cave Painting So Calm, which are a band from Brighton, if you like that and you want to check them out. But the reason that song, which was, by the way, a former hottest record on Zane's show, was played on Radio 1 was because Max sent in a music video for it, which is what our show is all about. So, Phil, if someone has a song that they want played on Radio 1, or maybe they're a creative person that has made a music video, or maybe they want to get creative and make a music video, where should they send it to?
All you have to do is make the video and send the link after uploading it to your favourite video sharing website to Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk, and then we will play it in the show.
Boom.
And now to keep you bouncing to the beat. Did I just say bouncing to the beat?
Just roll it. Go.
Yeah. Dizzy Rascal, Dance With Me from Lauren, who texted us on 81199. Thanks, Lauren.
Dizzy Rascal and Calvin Harris on Radio 1.
This is
BBC Radio 1.
So, we have something very important and exciting to discuss. You out there listening, are you interested in fandoms? If not, are you maybe part of a fandom who dedicates their life to destroying that of a celebrities? Quite probably. Well then, you may be interested in something that's going on Radio 1 tomorrow night, which is that Grimmy has a show all about fan armies, which is a very specific choice of words there. But it is all about a quest to find out what happens when online meets real life, apparently, how some fans are turning their fandom into a career, and how artists are developing fan armies right from the earliest stages of their career. Wow. That sounds cool.
That does sound cool. And we're in it as well. We say a little bit about
Yeah, there is exclusive never-before content from Yumi at 6, Little Mix, 30 Seconds to Mars, and One Direction. So there we go. If you're a fan of any of those people and you want to hear their opinions on how they think fan bases are and how they grew their fan armies and stuff like that, then listen to Grimmy talking about fan armies as part of Radio 1 Stories tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Well, Dan, I thought if you're going to have the authority on talking about this and fan armies, you should know what some fan armies are. So I've made a little quiz for you.
Is that what you've been writing on that piece of card?
Yeah.
You've made a quiz. Okay.
I'm going to tell you the fan army name, and you have to decide or guess who the fan army is of. They're all musical artists, I'll tell you that much. Can I have some kind of a theme? Maybe the Sherlock theme, because they've got a fandom.
Is that why? Okay, yep. Here is a bit of Sherlock.
Okay, Dan.
Yep.
What are mixers?
Little Mix fans. Duh.
Ding. Sixers.
Yumi at 6 fans.
Ding. Animals.
Kesha fans?
Yes, that's right.
Come on, man, I'm too good.
Ding. My dings are sounding like my voice is breaking. Maniacs.
Connor Maynard fans.
Correct. You're just a member of all of these.
Yeah, I am.
Azaleans.
Azalea Banks fans? What?
Iggy Azalea fans.
Damn it! Okay, that's fine.
Stans.
Stans?
Yeah.
Eminem fans.
You knew that. I didn't think you were going to get that one.
Yeah, no, it's like a term for someone who's a bit too much of a crazy fangirl about a rapper. For example, I am a Kanye West stan because I'm like a crazy fan that would write an emotional letter. Fact.
Okay, the Echelon.
The Echelon. 30 Seconds to Mars. The Echelon. You just said the Echelon. Okay, well, okay.
Okay, I'm obviously part. Don't look at the list. Finally, the Smilers.
The Smilers. Come on, Miley Cyrus.
Correct.
Yeah, man. Check me out. That means I have no life and all.
Okay, so you got most of them right. So you win. You are allowed to be part of all the fandoms.
Damn you, Azalea. But no, that was pretty good. So yeah, if you're interested in fandoms, then listen to Radio 1 tomorrow night at 9. And now, requested by Stephanie on Facebook, the best song ever released in the history of music, American Boy. That was American Boy by Estelle and Kanye West.
BBC Radio 1.
I thought I should mention that I got some answers from other people who did the quiz at the same time as me.
Okay.
Ezzy said that she got all of them right, apart from Iggy Azalea too. Damn you and your fandom. Okay. Julie said she got them all except animals. Damn you, Kesha. And someone called Swift Salvatore said they were also easy, or does that mean that I have no life? Well, there we go.
I'm not sure. Now I'm going to summon Alid with the sound of a maraca.
Wow, you look like a strange stock image from the 90s in those glasses. That's incredible.
What am I wearing?
You're wearing a chicken hat.
We have various skiing accessories in the studio today because we're doing a Winter Olympics special.
Also Matrix glasses. You look like Neo.
I feel like Neo of Matrix. And do I look cool?
You look totally swaggerlicious.
Totally.
Yeah, completely.
I would buy the calendar with you wearing that hat on every page.
Oh, great.
Anyway, about the surgery today.
No, forget the surgery. This is way more fun. I'm wearing funny glasses. No, fine. Tonight's surgery is a very important one. We're going to be talking about cyberbullying on tonight's show.
Okay.
And it's kind of a topic we've been talking in the studio for the last half an hour, and I've just come in here now, and everyone's got an opinion about what cyberbullying means.
Opinions.
What is it for you guys? What do you think cyberbullying is?
Cyberbullying is just generally when people are mean to other people through technology, which you shouldn't ever be mean to other people with.
Even, could it be that they don't realise they're being mean?
Yeah, I'm sure some people are really, really offend and make other people sad without realising that they're doing it, but I guess they still made someone sad.
It's a lot easier, I think, to be mean when you're just typing something anonymously, because I don't think you realise that when someone reads those words, it can have an effect on them. Maybe.
If I was to... I can see how it's tempting, right? If I was trying to get a celebrity online and I said, I love you, or you look great, then you wouldn't reply. But if you say something horrible, people sometimes reply, so I can see how it catches on.
Well, that's because the negativity stands out, you know what I mean? It's like if you're a famous pop star and then you just people go, I love you all day, and then someone goes, you're fat, you're going to be like, no.
How dare you say that? I am not fat!
Like, this morning, someone tweeted me saying, I hope your mum gets eaten by a scorpion.
Literally happened.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to reply to that.
It was kind of funny, but their heart was in the wrong place, Phil. Yeah. Even if it made you laugh, they meant to make you cry.
Scorpions can't eat people, as far as I know.
They look stupid now.
Yes.
Just like me.
But a lot of our audience and everyone listening to the show may have had some instance of cyberbullying.
Totally. The internet is a harsh place.
Yeah. Absolutely. So tonight we are talking about that. So if you fear that maybe you're... I can't do it seriously when I'm wearing
this. That's okay. Maybe, remove that for the serious bit.
For the serious bit. If you feel like you're being cyberbullied in some way, or maybe you fear that maybe you are cyberbullying someone, then give us a call, 03700 100 100, or text us on 81199.
Thank you, Alid.
Cool. See you later.
Ciao.
Now we have some Ellie Goulding deliciousness for you with Goodness Gracious. It's a mesmerising video. It's like kind of Pan's Labyrinth mixed with Aladdin.
Wow.
It's coming to us from Niv.
What a description. Here's Goodness Gracious.
Goodness gracious, Ellie Goulding. And I think that video was a mixture of Pan's Labyrinth and Aladdin.
Yeah, good description.
I miss Aladdin. I used to watch the TV show, the Aladdin TV show with breakfast.
Was it sacrilege or was it good TV show?
It had a great theme tune. It's like Arabian Nights, like Arabian Days.
Wasn't that just the first song from... Wasn't that song really kind of brutal? It had something about like having your ear cut off in it or something.
Probably.
Man, Disney was dark.
Anyway, Aladdin never got to understand the greatness of the internet, so he probably wouldn't get our next segment. We asked you to send examples of your parents or your friends or your grandparents, a funny technology failed, and you have delivered, by Jove. Here is, I'm sorry, I don't know how to internet.
And this week, for everybody who's watching on the radio and website, it will be accompanied by pictures and video footage of people's parents' technology fails, because I asked you guys to send it in and you did, so thanks. Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Internet? Isn't that a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire?
I don't get all this facial book.
The World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Our first story comes courtesy of Paola.
Gerard Way followed me on Twitter some weeks ago.
Wow.
And when I asked him why he was following me, he apologised and said that he didn't know what happened.
Oh, I bet you're a really big fan of Gerard Way. And he thought, oh, this girl just thinks I followed her by accident, and this is awkward now.
That is super awkward, having your dreams crushed by your favourite star. Maybe that's what happened with me, and he just feels too awkward to unfollow me now.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
He's probably listening right now. He's the biggest Dan fan in the world.
Right.
The next one is from Chloe.
My nan got a smartphone for Christmas, so she downloaded WhatsApp on it.
Good app.
She wasn't quite sure how to use it, so she sent a message asking me how to send a message.
What did you think
You can actually see that on the screen right now.
I know, for everyone watching on the website, you can see the actual proof that this happened. Wow, that's so amazing. You can just tell when someone's mum is typing, can't you, from the way that they say things.
Our next one comes from Meave.
My great-grandma got a computer and Wi-Fi for the first time last month.
Congrats.
She's been going to computer lessons and they've taught her about Facebook. The first thing she posted on my mum's wall was, "Having a go learning, love you." My mum replied simply, "Brilliant, I love you too. And at your next class, ask them about the space bar."
That's brilliant.
Zing. Oh my god, that is some sass from your mum right there.
Maybe the grandma's just at the next level of text speak, and that's what we're all going to be typing like in a couple of years, and
I know
she's
what you mean.
setting the boundaries.
Cool Kids on Tumblr, it's basically just about using the least amount of grammar as possible. Maybe the next evolution is just not even having any spaces in your text, and then your gran is just like way ahead of the times.
Definitely.
See me tweeting like that in the future.
And our next one is from Megan. We've got an actual video here of this, so get on the website. Here's Megan's story.
My mum is fascinated by her new printer. She just stares at it and describes what's happening.
Paper in. Yeah. There, you pull it out, put the paper in. Close out, press OK. It says aligning cartridges, and this bit comes out and in automatically, and that bit goes up and down automatically.
Wow.
Magic.
2%.
She's mesmerised.
She's still staring at it. Apparently, it's aligning the cartridges.
Wow, printers are so interesting.
We really are living in the future.
I really appreciate that you actually secretly filmed your mum staring and talking about her printer there. That was a real sacrifice, so thank you very much for that.
Can I throw in a quick conspiracy theory?
Go on, Phil.
I think they make printers so they break in a year. Like a little hinged break, so you got to buy a new one.
That is actually quite an active conspiracy theory, Phil, so you are now on a list.
I've bought so many printers. And that was, I'm sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Why do you have a maraca?
I don't know, I just found it.
Why?
Maybe Nick Grimshaw left it in here after the breakfast show or something.
What was Nick Grimshaw doing with a maraca? That is the question. Okay, but if you guys have any funny stories, pictures, or videos of your relatives or friends doing anything embarrassing on the internet, then just email them to danandphil@bbc.co.uk with the subject internet, and you could be in next week's feature.
And now for your audible and visual pleasure, here is Imagine Dragons with Demons, thanks to Lucy Ellis.
When the Demons, Imagine Dragons.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So some of you people out there that may not be hardcore internet dwellers, but are maybe kind of like moderate level internet dwellers, may have heard of a video series on YouTube that is very popular called Teens React. There is also Kids React and Elders React, where basically they get groups of people and then show them things and then watch them basically either being laughed or confused by things, such as elderly people reacting to videos of Eminem, or kids just listening to some dubstep and then being very confused by it. Well, it's a very popular video series. Like, how many, like, the Fine Bros, the guys that make it, they have like 7 million subscribers or something ridiculous.
Billions of subscribers.
And we found out the other week that they planned their new episode of Teens React to be about me and Phil. Teens React to Dan and Phil. And
I can't believe that was a thing.
I was horrified when I found out. I was very pleased and excited because it's a great honour and I love the guys that make it. But I was just, the idea of having teens judge us, I was so scared. I was like, why couldn't it be Kids React? Kids are nice. Teens have opinions. I don't want to know, you know.
Didn't turn out that badly,
But
though.
it didn't turn out that bad. They were quite nice. And as a reaction, me and Phil then reacted to the teens reacting to videos of us. And for anyone out there who may have missed the joy of that, here is some of the gold for when they realized that Phil has a feature in his videos where he talks about Draw Phil Naked, where people draw pictures of him naked and send them in, and my sexy end screen dance where I kind of just wiggle my hips in front of the camera. It was very awkward for us to watch, and here is it happening.
And at the end of Phil's videos, he always puts up fan art of someone drawing him naked. What do you think about that?
It is weird hearing someone else say
That's
it.
definitely not the weirdest thing on YouTube.
It is not the weirdest thing on YouTube. I know that. I feel like the guys being horrified might make you stop the Draw Phil Nakeds.
No, I think it's going to continue forever. And at the end of Dan's video, he tends to do the sexy end screen dance.
The sexy end screen dance!
She is my favorite person.
If it works, it works.
Not about that life.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Oh, not about that life. I just got slayed.
The girls are probably down, you know, but me, I'm not with that.
See, I think this sometimes. I'm like, am I appealing to more people that I'm putting off with the hip thrusting?
Sometimes I look in your eyes and you're like, what am I doing?
But then people get so sad when I don't do it.
It's true. So I guess we just reacted to Dan and Phil reacting to teens reacting to Dan and Phil.
Oh my god.
The ultimate reactception.
So, I mean, you raised an interesting point. I mean, do you ever think, like, is it inappropriate to have naked drawings of myself on YouTube?
No, I don't think so, because they're all innocent. It's always strategically placed Totoros or Nyan cats, you know.
I feel like it's a creative thing, yeah, and regarding my hip thrusting, sometimes I do wonder if I'm putting off more people than I'm attracting to, but, you know, I think the guys, even if he wasn't about that life, he maybe just at least ironically appreciated it, do you reckon? Or do you don't think he was down with it?
I don't think he was down with that.
Okay, so if you want to check out the actual joy of teens reacting to Dan and Phil, then you can go to youtube.com/The Fine Bros if you want to check that out. But now, with a video made by Alana Clemens, here is Sweater Weather, The Neighborhood.
Hello, it's Grimmy here, and on this week's Best of the Radio 1 Breakfast Show free download, we have This is Revenge for Every Single Time we have pranked Caroline Flack on Call or Delete.
And I think we should just support each other a bit more. It's hard, like working in TV anywhere as a girl.
I don't do it. If I knew you were genuine upset, I'd never, ever.
Katie B, everybody!
I've literally forgotten how to drive.
Which one you can't drive?
What's the big round thing?
In front of you, steering wheel.
We've had loads of messages of people who want to have a date with me.
I have all kinds of birds, from budgies to peacocks. But you, my friend, are a different species.
Hello?
Hi, Grim!
Oh my god, I hate you.
Busted! Download it for free from the Radio 1 website, and we'll be back on air Monday morning from 6:30.
Okay, the time has come for me and Phil to depart, but before we do, I just want to say thank you to everybody that joined in with our hashtag New Winter Olympic Sport, because I truly think that in 4 years' time we will have glorious events such as...
You're going to be watching the Breadstick Ski Olympics from Beth.
Okay, yep.
I don't know what that means. Charlie said Flappy Penguin will be invented. And we'll all play
if
that.
your one wouldn't class animal rights group, I don't think anything that Flappy Penguin comes to mind would be accepted.
And Esme thinks juggling is not hard. I mean, skiing is not hard enough, so she would include some juggling in there as well.
Oh, good. That's exactly what I'd be good at. So, yeah, I think what we've learned is that all Winter Olympics are incredibly dangerous. Would you agree?
I would agree.
So thank you, and I hope that you've all been inspired to go onto the website and watch more of those things, including crazy snowboarding commentators. But for now, me and Phil are going to thank everybody that has contributed to today's show in the end credits. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Thanks to Emma,
Georgia D,
and Olivia,
and Pelio,
and John,
and Gillian,
and Sarah,
Georgia,
and Gemma,
Millie,
and Becky,
Emily,
and Katie,
Phoebe,
and Julia,
Abby,
and Megan,
Max,
and Neve,
and Lucy,
and Alana,
Paola,
and Chloe D,
Neve,
and Mega M,
Abigail,
and Laura,
Stephanie,
and Ali,
and Alex.
Well, there we go. Thank you very much to everyone listening to our show. Remember to send music videos to Dan and Phil at bbc.co.uk if you want to be in our show next week. But now it is Alid with The Surgery after a bit of Fluorescent Adolescent, Arctic Monkeys.